Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 on this April 11th. Cruising along here, and, this is prime time. I know that Ron Wong is with us on the second Saturday. He loves turkey hunting season because
I love it.
All of us are in the woods, but we know
there's
that,
two reasons why I love turkey season. One is it gets these outdoors folks in the field and not on the water.
Yes.
So it's more room for me.
Yes.
And number two, I love to eat them.
Yeah, I know you do, and I know when the dogwoods are blooming, the crappie are spawning, and the turkeys are gobbling. I've heard all that before and everything. Appreciate that. But,
and Larry, I do wish you all the best in getting one today.
You sent out. We tried last week, didn't we, Greg? I was whispering. And I was actually out there. I could have shot one of the decoys, and everybody would have thought, well, he killed something, because we posted some videos on Facebook, and everybody thought, well, why don't you shoot one of those 3 turkeys out in front of you?
I was getting ready to say, yeah.
Those were the decoys.
Hey, well, at least you shot something.
Yeah, I guess I did. Hey, I learned recently that of this young man next to me here, and I can call him young. I don't care what he says, but he'll always be young to me from my days as the prep editor to Commercial Appeal and starting the best of the preps and all that kind of stuff. Bobby was in high school back in those days. Is Bobby Cochran. And you think, well, he's going to talk a lot about golf today because Bobby was spent time first team All-American at Florida State, inducted in the Florida State Athletic Hall of Fame in 2010. And I know played professionally for 10 years, the PGA Tour in 2000, Web.com Tour, a lot of other mini tours now out at Miramichi, where he serves as VP of Business Development and golf professional. But he has another passion I recently learned about, not through his dad, but through my friend Guy Trebo by way of Coach Bill Cochran, and that Bobby has a passion for bass fishing. First of all, good morning, Bobby.
Good morning, Larry. Thank you for having me on the show.
Yeah, I've had your dad before, but never you. So,
hey, we like fishermen on the show.
Yeah, pull that microphone up and tell us about fishing, how you got into this.
Yeah, well, real quickly, I remember coming to the golf shows and doing golf shows right after your show.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
That was always fun.
Yeah.
Doing that, and now here I am on the outdoor show.
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
Yeah.
But, when I was a kid, actually, my dad took me out fishing down to the penal farms, Shelby farms, and basically brim fishing. Just kind of learned it there, and just grew to love it, and everything went from there. Bass fishing, I had a couple buddies in our neighborhood. I lived in East Memphis, and we kind of found a couple of local ponds here and there by some houses, and kind of jumped over the fence and did some fishing and had some success and some fun.
Ooh, that sounds like what I would do.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then it's grown from there, and I tell you what, playing professional golf and traveling, and I always made sure if I took my car with me on a trip that my fishing rod was always in the back. And there's several guys out there that love fishing.
They are on the tour.
Absolutely.
That I've talked to before that really love fishing.
It's a great getaway because golf is the profession and the fishing is the hobby. So.
And one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is a lot of these golf courses.
And they got some
have
great
lots
lakes,
of water.
Yeah,
and
they got lots of water.
There's not been a one that I have been to that didn't have fish in them that are catchable.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And
Golf
it's
courses
pretty
are
amazing.
Great.
Yeah,
you just don't want to eat them, otherwise you may.
Well, they're fun to catch, though.
But they're fun to catch. It's a great way to introduce people into fishing too. And Bobby, I'm sure that you've seen that.
Absolutely, and that's kind of where I cut my teeth as far as fishing goes, is golf course ponds and small ponds. And I'm a bank fisherman and a plastic guy, and just do that. And that's why now in my career I am working at Miramichi. Great golf course, great facilities, and we encourage everybody to come out and see our place. It's fantastic.
It is.
And now I'm just like, hey, I want to start doing some of this tournament fishing stuff. And
so you've done it.
I've done it. I just started, and it's really exciting. Like I said, I'm a small pond fisherman, a golf course pond bank fisherman. So I do not own a boat. I actually have a float tube I float around in, which
there
is
you go.
my little.
But you are a non-boater.
You're a non-boater.
And tell our listeners what you're in a tournament. You had your first tournament experience.
Had my first tournament experience several weeks ago. I'm fishing in the West Tennessee Elite Bass Club, and you can actually look up the club at .com. And
at Beach Lake, you were at Beach Lake.
Correct. I went to Beach Lake, and I was non-boater and actually finished second in my first ever event. So I had 10 pounds, .21.
Now, who was your boater that day?
I had a guy named Rick Porch.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. He's another man, I guess, if you know him, that wears that big orange T.
Yes,
on
he does.
his hat.
Well, Rick and I go back. Rick and I go back a long time. And oh, by the way, did you help fish him out of the water there when the jet ski came by and swamped him and threw him out of the boat?
I did. So you heard that story too. That was actually, I caught a I did catch a 5-pound bass, but he was my biggest catch of the day when I had to scoop him up.
and you know, the thing about Bobby, it goes to show what you can do if you just concentrate on what you do. Because and it was unfortunate incident that they had there, but Rick didn't catch a fish that day, and you were able to do it just because of watching other people and being focused.
Right, absolutely. And there's so many similarities to golf and fishing. You got I could go through a whole bunch, but just basically real quick, you got to be patient. You got to be you got to be mentally tough.
And you got to be focused.
You got to have
what you're
focus.
Doing. I mean, you don't know which cast you're going to be able to catch that fish, and if you don't concentrate on every one of them.
Well, that's absolutely right. And it's like hitting a golf ball. You don't know that next swing you take could be the greatest golf shot you ever hit in your life, and the next cast you make could be the biggest fish you've ever caught.
Well, I'll be doggone. Yeah, I was just talking to Rick. Well, he bent my ear for almost a half hour about that incident. And
you didn't know Bobby Cochran was in the boat with him.
No. He bent my ear for 8 hours.
Hey, we're talking to Bobby Cochran. He's out at Miramichi, great golf career at Christian Brothers and Florida State, and I know had to be a high point to be named to the Athletic Hall of Fame. I know you.
Congratulations.
Your dad was. That was a pretty neat experience, wasn't it?
Absolutely. That was just the highlight of my career, and just, to being inducted into the Athletic Hall of Fame at the university. You went to school at Florida State, and all the other phenomenal athletes that are there. Yeah. I know I was on the golf side, but, I still have me a big old ring that says Hall of Fame on it, just like, Bobby Bowden does.
That's right. Yeah.
That's special.
That's special. And now he's into fishing, and that 5.8, that's a pretty good sized bass that you pulled out of Beach Lake. And I know Ron would take one of those, wouldn't you, Ron?
I'll take one any day of the week.
What'd you catch him on?
That's right. I actually caught him on a shaky head worm.
Okay.
Kind of. We were fishing a little pocket, and there was another tournament going on, so it was getting a lot of pressure.
Besides the ski boats,
the ski boats were coming by.
Jet skis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fantastic, and
but
it was great. And I was talking about nerves. You get the fish in the boat, and it's like. I was just trying to put the next worm on, and I couldn't. My hands were shaking.
You were shaking.
But you did the right thing. You're fishing a high-pressure lake, a lot of traffic on the lake. The fish get spooky, and what do? You finesse them. That's kind of what they try to teach you, and not necessarily downsizing, but finessing. And certainly, shaky head fishing is a finesse style of fishing, and right thing to do. And of course, those fish at Beach Lake, they are heavily pressured. It's not that big of a lake.
That's right, and it's just exciting. I'm so looking forward to learning, being out in the boats. There's several different tournaments we're in. We fish at Horseshoe Lake next Saturday.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to do that.
It's kind of funny you say that, because I've already had several people ask me, would you kind of go over there and go fishing with me? and Bobby will talk after the show, because there's some tips I can give you about horseshoe.
Fantastic. I need them. Like I said, I'm an open book, ready to learn with out in a boat fishing, fishing these big waters.
We'll help you out.
Now, this doesn't mean that you've quit playing golf.
No, I haven't quit playing golf, but I've just kind of enjoying
expanding
my hobby a little bit.
Yeah. And I've got to ask you, how many hole-in-ones you got?
I have 5 hole-in-ones.
Ah, golly.
Wow, 5 more than I have.
But it's been a long time since 2001.
Who cares? Who cares, buddy? I'm going to be 72 in May, and I'm killing it. When I make that hole-in-one, I'm quitting. I'm walking off the course. That's it. I'm out of here.
Sounds good.
I'm going to take you over that putt-putt golf place
Oh,
I
don't
go
give me
to.
no putt-putt. So next Saturday, then, he'll be at Horseshoe. And, folks, again, go to this. The website is WTEBC.com. We have a lot. This is the West Tennessee Elite Bass Club, and we're going to try to keep up with Bobby as we go along here. And like I said, visit with him out at Miramichi. There's been some changes out there. I know my Bartlett seniors are going to be out there 4 times this summer, and we're going to be out there. In fact, in a couple of weeks, we'll have about 70 players out there, and looking forward to seeing Goose and you and all the gang out at Miramichi, and wish you success.
Thank you so much. Yeah, come out and see me at Miramichi, and also for the West Tennessee Lake Bass Club, you can join with us.
Yes,
We meet every Thursday, the first Thursday of the month at Bass Pro Shops.
Yeah.
Right there, and we fish the third Saturday of the month.
Well,
so,
Bobby, I want to wish you all the best
Yes,
in your tournament fishing this year. And certainly you have my number. Give me a call anytime. And
thank you.
if I can possibly help, I'll be glad to, but most of the times I won't.
Yeah. Well, I know his dad will try to give him tips on how to fish, and
no, I'll take the golf tips for the fishing tips. He can learn from me.
He can learn from Bobby there. And we're going to keep up with Bobby and have him back on. I appreciate him taking time off on this Saturday morning to be with us on Outdoors with Larry Ray, buddy, and it's going to have fun. Just be focused, all right?
Absolutely.
Anybody that's caught a 5.8, golly, and 5 hole-in-ones, I don't care how long it was. So let's take a break, come right back. Back to more fishing. You know, when it's second Saturday, Ron Wong here, we're going to hook up
Love it.
Dave Lefevre, because he just had amazing come-from-behind victory. I mean, really come from behind. And
that's a difficult lake to fish for the kind of fish he caught.
Yeah, we'll be right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790.